Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Samzo33 here, and welcome to my Pokemon show that's not mix-up, back to reality. And you may notice that it's super dark and creepy and stuff, and that's not because this is my Halloween special. That's because I just had a power outage and I have to use the light on my computer to, you know, light me up. Yeah, basically. So, today, we're going to have an overview of my Spring Battle Roads for this year. Spring Battle Roads are the last events before Nationals. So, these definitely made for some good testing. Overall, I had a lot of fun at these events, so let's get started.
Throughout the season, I didn't earn enough championship points for Battle Roads to give me enough of a boost, so for these Spring Battle Roads, I decided to have some fun, and play a different deck for every event, most of which were more fun-oriented. This was before I knew about that last chance for championship points thingy at Nationals, I might add. The first Battle Roads, I played my old friend Rayquaza Electric, but with a little twist. This version played 2 Keldeo EX, 4 Floatstone, no Sky Arrow Bridge, as well as Pokemon Center, Max Potion, and Mr. Mime. Basically, the point of it is to keep your electrics alive as long as possible, which it was quite successful at. If you're planning on running Ray Eels, this is by far the best I've used. You can also use Tropical Beach instead of Pokemon Center, which is probably even better, since this thing needs a lot of bench space for Keldeo EX and Mr. Mime, that having a starter in the form of Tropical Beach would be better than having a starter in the form of something like a Molga or a Shaman. For this event, there were 5 seniors, one of which joined late, so we get mixed in with the Masters, which is always good if you're looking to have some fun. 6 rounds, let's go! Round 1 was against Michael Carton with Gazatail as Selgor. This was a very back and forth game, which I only won because he was forced to end himself to 2 and whipped a deck and cover. It was funny, I actually wasn't gonna play 2 Keldeo, but I changed it to 2 the night before because I was scared of Gotatail. Round 2 was against Chris Kelly with Darkrai Absol. I drew dead for the first 373 turns of the game, while accidentally filling my bench, which allowed Absol to KO my EXs. I finally end him to 2 and get set up crazy fast. I used Max Potion and Dowsing Machine to keep myself alive just long enough to pull through. He had several opportunities to win if he had just junk hunted for catcher, not always the most noticeable way of winning. Round 3 was against my first Master of the day, which was also a down pair, who was running Darkrai Absol. Don't remember what happened, but I won. Round 4 was another Master, and another down pair. They were playing Thunder's Deoxys Cure. Sadly, he ended up drawing dead, and I swept him. Not exactly what I wanted to happen when I was trying to have fun. At this point, I'm pretty sure I just win the seniors, but I might as well keep playing. Round 5 was against another Master and another down pair, with an Electric Mewtwo, Zekrom, Black and White, Buffalon deck. I don't remember much of this game except the part where I won it. Round 6 was against Ariel with Darkrai Absol, who I also happen to have a co-op channel with. If you're even slightly interested, click here to go to it. We haven't posted much there recently though. Since she was in Masters and I was guaranteed first anyways, I scooped. Even though going undefeated was pretty tempting, and she wouldn't have even been 4-1 without me in the first place because I lent her my Absols for the day. We played a game for fun and I lost because I drew dead. So yeah, first place, pretty nice. I pulled a Getsis for my packs and Chris got second and he pulled a Getsis full art. Sad face. Next week I played a truly fun deck, Weavile Execute. This list played no Electrode, 3 Sableye, a 1-2 Keldeo Floatstone line, Mr. Mime, and an Audino in case I ran into Gothitail. As you may have gathered, I expected a lot of Gothitails this season. 4 rounds today, pretty good turnout. I also ran Tool Scrapper, but changed it to something, can't remember what, at the last minute. Round 1 I faced Alex Hedge with Landers, Cavalion, Garbodor with 2 Keldeo. God dang it! I don't think I could have ran into a worse matchup round 1, but I luck out because he starts with a lone Keldeo and draws dead. We play another game for fun, which we don't get to finish, but I actually wasn't in too bad a position because I knocked out his last Garbodor, and I had a Mr. Mime out. Round 2 was against Ishan with Darkrai Terrakion. I don't remember much of this game, but I remember losing because Terrakion trades prizes really well with Weavile, and I took a lot longer than usual to set up. Round 3 was against Wormhole Dot Deck. I say Wormhole because that stupid thing kept my Keldeo asleep for like 4 turns in a row with sleep poison. I win anyway because it's a scrub deck. Round 4 was against a player named Alexandra with Rayquaza Electric. Her build happened to run 2 or 3 Shred Rayquaza, which are really annoying because they're not EXs. I would have lost, but in the last 2 turns I drew absolutely perfect and KO'd 2 EXs at the last possible minute. Somehow my resistance is crazy good and I end up in second. First place was Orin with Gothitilla Selgor. Darn it, why couldn't I have faced that? I continue the Luck Sack train and pull Deoxys EX Fuller and a Kyurem for my packs. I trade the Fuller Deoxys to my friend Drew for a regular Deoxys and a Black Kyurem EX. Overall, good day. Week 3 I was playing an actual Tier 1 deck. Sorta. I was playing Blastoise, Keldeo, Black Kyurem with 2 Floatstone and 2 Tornadus EX Plasma. Since Tropical Beach is a total troll, Tornadus EX was my substitute, and surprisingly, it's actually really good. Overall, I think a turn 1 Windfall is better than a turn 1 Tropical Beach, but it's a lot clunkier and wastes an energy attachment. I was also playing 2 Keldeo and 3 Black Kyurem, but only 2 superior energy retrievals. I'm honestly not that big a fan of the card, as it's only good after you've used Black Ballista, and I found that energy retrieval is just generally better a lot of the time. There were 8 seniors, but one of them joined in late, so we only had 3 rounds. Yay! Round 1 was against Ishan with Darkrai. I get out 1 Squirtle, he plays Sableye, Darkclaw, Catcher, Laser, Burbank to knock it out, and I don't draw another Squirtle for about 777 turns, and I lose. Round 2 is a bye, bleh, no fun. During that time I play a Master who also got a bye, who was playing Durant Playing. 1 Blastoise and 4 energy pretty much means GG for that deck. Round 3 was against Chris Kelly again with Gothitilla Selgor. I go first and get a turn 2 Blastoise and a ton of energy on my 2 Keldeos, which is pretty much GG for Selgor. He could have gotten a turn 2 Gothitilla if he had gone first, but this matchup is just so favorable for me that it probably wouldn't have even mattered. I yet again get crazy resistance and somehow end up in second. Ishan ends up winning, my pulls are total balls. You may have noticed a trend with my deck choices by now. They all have really good Gothitelle matchups. So, knowing that, my obvious choice for next week was Garbodor Landorus Valiant EX. FYI, that deck has a pretty poor Gothitelle matchup. I added a Life Dew and a Terrakion to the deck to give it some extra hilarity value. Round 1, I was playing against the Zoroark Cinccino deck, lol at Fighting Week 60 HP Basics. Round 2 was good old Ishan with Thundurus Deoxys Kyurem. His Kyurems just destroy my Landorus, and Cavalion can't pick up enough of the slack. Not getting Garbodor out doesn't help either. Life Dew was quite hilarious though. Round 3 was Chris again. It seems like every tournament I face Ishan and Chris, well, he was playing Plasma too. Fun. He takes out a bunch of Landers with Kyurem, but he eventually starts whipping energy, and Cavalion EX KOs one of the Kyurem. He KOs the Cavalion, and he's up like 3 or 4 prizes. And then I send up Terrakion. I KO another Kyurem, then a Deoxys with 16 Laser, then a Thundurus for the game. Terrakion MVP, baby! This time my resistance isn't quite high enough, and I get third, and Ishan takes first again. And finally, on the day after the last Battle Road, we reach the final Battle Road. This week, I'm actually playing Umbreon, Thundurus, Snorlax. Definitely a step down in playability for my other decks. Round 1 was Ishan with Darkrai Hammers, my worst matchup by far. I'm forced to discard an Umbreon turn 1 and 2 more Umbreons are prized. He managed to hit all 4 of his lasers at the perfect time, which wouldn't have even been as good if I had some freaking Umbreons out. I also couldn't draw my super odd all game. Overall, a really messy game. So yeah, I lost. Round 2 was against the Blastoise, Kyurem, Plasma, Articuno EX deck. He has nothing but 2 Kyurems and a Squirtle for 2 turns. I power up a Snorlax and Team Packed all over his face for the win. Round 3, my final Battle Road match, is against Elias Smith with Darkrai Hammers. Just let that sink in for a minute. He gets there late, but not too late as to get any kind of penalty. Takes forever on all of his moves, and it ends up going to time with him in the lead. I have a fully powered Snorlax and he needs a catcher off a Colress for 10 to tie up the game. I somehow whip it and have to KO an Absol. Then I have another chance to tie up the game if I hit an energy off N. I whip that too, and I lose. Talk about the absolute worst possible combination of stupid things that happened in my last match. I could spend 10 minutes talking about how much a luck sack and waste of life Eli is, but there's an upside. We're going to be in different divisions after next format starts. Goodbye, Eli. I hope to never see you again. But I know that's not going to happen, so I instead hope to never speak to you again.
And that's it for today. After getting beat by Ishan about 1,000 times, I think I've had enough of Battle Roads. Next time you'll see me on Back to Reality, it'll be my Nationals report. I also have an actual mix-up video planned. Sadly, I'll have to post it after Nationals, but I might be playing it there, and I don't want to reveal my secret deck right before Nationals now, do I? If any of you guys are going to US Nationals, feel free to say hi. I always enjoy being acknowledged for once. So, I guess I'll see you guys after I'm crowned National Champion. So, yeah, I guess I'll never see you again. Sorry, guys. Lol, JK. I'll see you guys next time. Later. Oh, and the power outage was not the reason for this video being late. It was just procrastination.